if I can encourage parents out there, I hear it quite a bit that a lot of married couples, maybe they just have one managing the family schedule or the sports schedule, and then it creates a lot of conflict. Well, if you're not getting in alignment, it's obviously going to create tension.
Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're super excited to chat with you guys today. Gosh, life has been busy around here. Has it been busy for everybody else out there?
Running and gunning.
It is. It's like the seasons have changed. It's fall. And oh my gosh, whole new level of sports started. Like new endeavors started. Like I don't like it that it gets dark earlier. Like it's just like it seems like every day I wake up and I'm like, I thought there was supposed to be a season when it was like supposed to kind of calm down.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's so beautiful out right now. All the trees are turned. We're here in beautiful Boise, Idaho, and we live in a neighborhood that has a lot of mature trees everywhere, and now they're all just popping with colors. So what a great time of year.
It is. It's very beautiful. I hope wherever everybody is, they get to experience at least some of fall. When Greg was growing up, your family would go, what were they called?
Color touring.
Color touring, yeah.
Yeah, in Michigan. So we would go to the west side of the state by like Traverse City, and there's this whole hours of paths with some of the most beautiful colors you ever saw. Because like all the trees there turn, not just some of them, like they all turn. So it's just miles and miles. And if you time it right, it was really cool.
That's cool.
I mean, when you're young, you're kind of like, wait, we're going where? For how long? I look back now and I'm like, we should take our kids and do that.
Right. And then we'd hear a little voice, how much longer?
Right.
You know?
Are we stopping to eat?
Yeah. I got to go to the bathroom.
Guys, look at that. Uh-huh. That's nice.
That's the same one we saw back there. Actually, it's not, but okay.
Don't we have trees where we live?
And no parent understands what we're talking about, right?
It is true, though, because it almost gets pushed to the point where it's like, fine, you don't appreciate anything. You know?
Yeah, because they didn't want to go color touring. They appreciate nothing.
Totally.
Extremes.
I remember when we would go and we had this, like, whatever it's called, a conversion van, you know? And so it's one of those kind that, these are old school. So they had almost like a seat that faced sideways and a table in between them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you could put the table down; it would turn into like a bed.
Oh, okay.
And my brother Jerry, every time we went on a trip that was like important for mom and dad for scenery or something, he slept the whole time. Like he never got up. Even when we would stop, he would hardly even come out of the van. They'd be trying to get him out of the van. I remember even as a young kid feeling bad, like, I'll come, Mom. What do you want me to look at? You know?
Most kids would.
Yeah, not him though. But anyways. So, want to hear a joke?
I feel at this point I have no choice.
That's true. All right. So, why can't a leopard hide?
He's spotted everywhere.
Yeah, he's always spotted. You got one. Nice job. That means you got a joke. I don't know. It was just a button on here. So. You want more, don't you? Is that what you're waiting for? What do you call two monkeys who share an Amazon account? Prime mates. You can laugh out loud. You can't. You don't have to try to pretend like it's not
even funny.
Yes, it is. It is funny. Okay, what are we talking about?
What do you want to talk about today?
I can just tell more jokes.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Well, that's going to help our...
Well, something that's been on our list to chat about that we get asked pretty often is, how do we, all these moving parts in our life, how do we, first of all, just prioritize things? We've talked a little bit about this, scattered through some of our episodes, but how do we also have those conversations with the kids? You know, so you want to jump into that topic?
Yeah, I think it's a really good topic. I mean, there's a lot when we say prioritizing our life. Where do we start, right? Because some days it seems pretty chaotic and not really probably on track. But, you know, we think about things and, you know, everybody has different ideas of what's important, right? I guess as we're talking about things, for instance, like what trips do we want to take this year, or any ideas on new sports that the kids want to take, or business endeavors, or maybe projects that we want to do that could be in the house or whatever it may be, maybe where we want to spend our money this year, whatever it could be. And first of all, husband and wives have different ideas. I mean, where I want to spend money, where Greg wants to spend money is night and day difference.
That's true.
I want to do a remodel somewhere and Greg wants to go buy some new guns or something. You know what I mean? Like, we're like polar opposite on the level of importance of what we need, what's a need versus a want.
Creates a little positive friction once in a while.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, the positive friction.
That's right.
Yeah. And then there's always those kind of things like what trips we want to take and all that. So one of the things that we did, which I think we've talked about a little bit, is, you know, Greg and I think it's awesome to include our kids in a lot of our conversations. It's what kind of keeps our family gelled together on what we're trying to accomplish, what we're doing for the year, where we think we're going to spend our time, why we're spending our time where we are, that kind of stuff. But we also think it's important for us to get on a page together first before we bring it to the kids. You know, we've done the wrong things where we've kind of spoken out loud without thinking about it and putting each other in a really bad position. Because as we all know, kids don't exactly forget what you softly promised to them or what you really promised to them.
Yeah. Whether it's even a sport or something, it's like, you know, and I just blurted out like, oh my gosh, guys, there's lacrosse here in the area. You know, Drews, you'd probably be great at lacrosse. And you're looking at me like, what? When is lacrosse? What kind of commitment? Is it the same season as other stuff? I'm like, oh, shoot. I shouldn't have thought out loud. And now Drews, of course, he's like, Mom, I get to play lacrosse? Oh my gosh. When does it start? Oh, can I start? What kind of equipment do I need to get?
Can we buy it today? Can I start practicing?
How do I start practicing? And all of a sudden he's running downstairs. Hey, Abby, I'm going to play lacrosse. It just like unwinds.
And where's
really
Dad?
Quickly.
In his office
like,
at this point, working on stuff.
I'm gonna go hide.
Not running around getting lacrosse equipment. I'll tell you that much.
I'm going to get a talking to.
Rightfully so, though, because we did not discuss
For sure.
ahead of time.
Rightfully so, yes.
And we've all done it. You know what I mean? Like, we've both done it. We've done it wrong. And so I just encourage you, you know, I think one of the things for us is, you know, we love, like, always talking about big picture stuff, what we want to do, where we want to go, even as small down to things like taking an opportunity to go on small trips that we can drive to, sporting events with our kids, you know, plays and stuff I want to do with the kids, whatever. But sometimes we just have to really prioritize.
Yeah.
Where we're going and what kind of money we're spending doing what, and does it really help us all when we do it?
Yeah, does it fit? Is it going to create more stress or pressure or whatever than it's worth? Because, you know, the kids are always going to be like, of course, let's go. You know, I want to do whatever. I want to do it all. And but as parents, you know, it's our responsibility to like kind of figure out the manage of the flow of the whole life, right?
Yeah. So for an example, for us, some of the things that we've even just kind of been working through is really figuring out what it looks like to have activities and fun time and family time and friend time around here. That's what we've been prioritizing. You know, for instance, one of the things that came up recently is opportunity for Greg to take a few of our kids to a sporting event coming up. And you planned it, I think, 3 weekends now. You've been trying to take a couple of our kids to a football event.
Oh, a Boise State game. Yeah.
And we said it out loud. We want to do it. And then you picked a date and more things got in the way.
Yeah, it was kind of it's like a celebration for how well they did in cross country this year and, you know, earning that trip. And, you know, we talked about it and we had a date somewhat planned. Thankfully, it was, I don't know, probably just Holy Spirit discernment to not buy the tickets yet because we weren't really sure of a couple things in our schedule. And sure enough, like there's a conflict on the date that I would have bought the tickets. And so now we just got to figure out another one. But, you know, now we're pushing another month out and now it starts getting like winter cold. And do we want to go sit at a game in winter cold? Of course, the kids will be like, sure, let's go. I don't care. But you and me are kind of like, I don't know if I want to sit in a stadium if it's going to be 35 degrees out. It won't necessarily be enjoyable because I know you and I will get there, and we're not the type. We're not the type that just because we paid money in an event, then we're going to stay from the start to the end. If we're not having fun, we just kind of leave.
They
right?
might be having fun.
Right. And so, you and I talking this through now on our own, we're kind of thinking through like, oh, we better see how this plays out. Maybe we'll make a decision as we get closer to the next day. Because it's really like, it adds another month. So you go from end of October to, which can be in the 50s just to, for highs all the way into now end of November, which could be, literally 30s. And so you and I have been talking about this on the side without talking to the kids yet. Mm-hmm. And first, they know that we can't go on the date we said because basically it's Drew's championship game for his flag football, and I think they're gonna win, so we're not gonna miss that. And but now we won't even bring this up until you and I hash this out because we talked about it the other day. Okay, the whole idea is a reward. Drew loves football, but he loves every sport, pretty much. If we take the kids to a Boise State basketball game, it'll have the same effect. It's quality time with them. We get to go have a new cool experience, a little bit of a reward. We'll accomplish the same thing, and we stay warm, right?
Yeah. Well, and it was just a lesson to us that maybe next time when we offer kind of like a reward, we don't specifically say when it has to happen. It's more of we want to take you to a sporting event together. And then from there, we can kind of choose because as the time's going on, it's not just that it can get cold. We have a lot of things booked up now.
Yeah.
The time frame we wanted to go didn't work out. And now we're booked a lot of the weekends. And it's not really the right thing to cancel all that stuff either. And so it was kind of a lesson learned. And for our part, we've kind of figured out how important it is to discuss this stuff. Another perfect example is literally we were just sitting in the room the other day discussing the new sports schedule for our kids. And Drew's flag football is running over to his basketball right now. Mm-hmm. And I looked at you and I was like, okay, what are we doing? He's going to miss like 2 basketball games now when there's only like 6 or 7 basketball games because it's still overlapping with football.
Right.
And I was like, we really need to think this through next year because is this fair to even the other team that we joined on? You know what I mean? Like Drew's is a great athlete. They could use him. And now because we're double booked.
Yeah, he's typically the guy, on the team. So it does it's a hole when he's not there. I hear you. This is stuff that, this is a good example because right now we're in the middle of it. Like we're literally almost having a conversation while we're doing a podcast about this.
Right. Welcome to our life, guys.
Yeah, because we're just.
Any input?
Yeah, because we just gotta kind of manage this and figure it out. But the most important point of all of this, I think, is that it's so important for you and I to hash these things out, go through all the different areas of our life in consideration in advance before we talk to the kids because they don't understand all the other categories. They don't understand how full our schedule is for upcoming business trips and events that we're already committed to for the year, et cetera. So it's you and me taking the time to actually do this. And if I can encourage parents out there, I hear it quite a bit that, a lot of married couples, maybe they just have one of them is kind of managing the family schedule or the sports schedule. And then it creates a lot of conflict because even if one's maybe more in the business / work finance area of schedule, but then this one over here is more in the family / sports schedules. Well, if you're not getting an alignment, it's obviously going to create tension. People can't participate together. It creates unneeded division. And, you and I both know this. Like it isn't like we just like, oh man, I can't wait to, game plan again this week about everything in our life. You know what I mean? But we make the time to do it.
Yeah.
And then it makes all the other areas, all the other days so much more enjoyable. Right. So it's worth making that time to do it. Cause for us, usually it's like a Sunday afternoon and we don't really feel like it. We want a chill day. And we're in the middle of doing some chill day. We just got done from church. I'm trying to watch a football game with Drew's and just kind of veg for a little bit because we've been working so hard. But then it's like, no, we got the calendar. Let's go. Let's get this week and the next couple months planned out.
Right. And I think what's important is understanding that, the more you communicate about it, then the less opportunity to argue about it. Mm-hmm. Reminding each other of the commitments. So Just an example of anything going on, reminding each other, we talked about this. We committed to this. So now we have to walk this out. Even though the first 2 weeks it was really fun, now we're 3 months into it and we still made that commitment 3 months ago. Whether it's a leadership that we're going to attend, or be a part of a mastermind, or the kids are a part of a sports thing, or a trip we're going to take, or an opportunity to serve somewhere, or whatever the case may be, discussing it ahead of time has helped us so that we no longer get ourselves in a position where we have to almost bail on something that has been so important.
Yeah, I think in the next episode, let's talk some more specifics. Because I know that for me, I learn the best when I can hear like real life situations. Because a lot of this stuff can almost sound a little general, but it's good for us to talk through a few specific things. Is that cool?
Cool.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. And we have great news. You get more of us. You can expect new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. So be sure to consistently tune in with us and enjoy our show. See you next time.